Do you like bread? Yes, I know that you do because, hey, it's bread. Bread is delicious just by itself. In fact, I can make a meal just out of a piece of bread. Well, maybe some butter, maybe some jelly or marmalade to go with it. But bread is delicious. Bread is good. When Jesus talks about bread in the Bible, he really uses it as a figure of speech to represent all physical food. In Matthew 4:4, Jesus said, "Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that comes from the mouth of God." You know, just as our physical bodies need food to be nourished, to live, our spiritual life is maintained by daily nourishment as well. And that nourishment comes from the Word of God, the Bible. To neglect that is detrimental to the health of our souls. Moses told the people in Deuteronomy 32:47 that God's words were not trifles. It'd be like sitting down to have a meal and someone put just a little slim, thin, wafer thin mint in front of you. Now, you may like mint and you may not like mint, but you can take it or leave it. It's just a little trifle. It's not going to nourish you at all. Moses says God's words are not trifles to you. It is your very life. Same thing is true for us Christians. The Word of God is our very life. Peter encourages Christians in 1 Peter 2:2. Like newborn infants, long for the pure spiritual milk, that by it you may grow up into salvation. He's not saying that by reading the scriptures you're saved. If that was the case, then the Pharisees would have all been saved. No, the scriptures point to the one who saves. He's the one, Jesus, that brings us life. But he says you'll grow up into salvation. What God has worked into you, you work out through your deeds and through your actions, your thoughts, and that kind of stuff. As you grow in your walk with Christ, he says the thing that nourishes you as you grow is the Word of God. Now we know this because this is what the context teaches us. If you look immediately back to chapter 1, the verses that come right before chapter 2, he says, starting in verse 23, "Since you have been born again, not of perishable seed, but of imperishable, through the living and abiding Word of God. For all flesh is like grass, and all its glory like the flower of grass. The grass withers, and the flower falls, but the word of the Lord remains forever." And listen to this part. "And this word is the good news that was preached to you." So take and eat the Word of God, for it brings you nourishment. I hope you have a blessed day today. And I'm going to eat some bread.